Many YouTube political pundits from Sargon to Styx have, rightly so, over the last several years, heralded the impending obliteration of broadcast media outlets, much of which I would add has little to nothing to actually do with the newly ascendant amateurs in alternative media presently outdrawing them in every important category under the yellow sun. Much as it tumefies my testes to believe I've played even an incremental role in cratering the Clinton News Network, in my more sober moments, we all know everything from the slow demise of terrestrial television to a stubborn insistence on devoting yourselves to dedicated news websites nobody visits even accidentally play a far more pronounced part in their ultimate downfall. But instead of gravely assessing the realities of a changing market and endeavoring to evolve, they've instead elected to reinforce the perception by authoring an elaborate narrative whereby YouTubers, through a vast network of internet trolls, are conspiring to supplant the mainstream news. L-O fucking L, my friends. Emphasis on the L. Where I believe many in the wholly fictitious AIN, or Alternative Influence Network, as the surreptitious shitlord conglomerate was named in the study in question, have erred in their coverage of this abject retardation, is actually in failing to properly dissect the source. Not the media. We know those mongoloids will take any victory, no matter how pyrrhic. I mean the jackasses who generated this demonstrable farce of a fucking study. As it happens, the name of the organization is the so-called Data and Society Institute, and it's a shame it's heretofore gone utterly unmentioned, as poring over the preemies on their fucking page is an illuminating read indeed. Advisor Susan P. Crawford, Harvard professor, not neutrality slacktivist, and appointee to Obama's technological transition team. John Borthwick, CEO of the aptly titled Beto Works, who stumps for Beto for Senate and March for Our Lives gun control horse shit on Twitter. Catherine Bracey, the product manager and director of Obama's technology field office based out of, you guessed it, San Francisco. Yes, children, elections do have consequences. Look, I could go all day breaking down these pace-swilling simps, but by all means, head over to their website and namely their About page and do the legwork yourself. What emerges is a veritable rogues gallery of old media and deep state dipshits pining for the glory era of the early aughts when they could control the narrative whole cloth through sound bites and bullshit blizzards from their friends in dinosaur media. And check out their history, or notably, the lack of it. If Data and Society were any younger, Onision would have it chained to a water heater in his basement. From every angle, in every aspect, this appears every bit the blatant attempt to shriek and shit-stir, to rally righteous outrage of the tech-minded hipster left and position themselves as a rallying point for future efforts. Don't take the bullshit bait. The media coverage of such, however, oh, gloves fucking off, my friends. Or rather, on. I was drawn in particular to this sterling Margaret Bork-White passage right here from The Guardian, asserting that, quote, "The YouTube recommendation algorithm is partly to blame for the rise of the alt-right." Fucking pardon? And which sphere of the multiverse is this in exactly? Because I inhabit the one where half the time YouTube doesn't even send my own subscriptions to my inbox, let alone recommend fucking new ones. They sure as motherfuck make sure to keep me apprised of Logan Paul's preteen hijinks, though, I notice. Thank Jesus! My channel's been in a memory pit big enough for Ted Kennedy to drop an Oldsmobile into for the last 4 fucking years at least, and you're gonna blame the same algorithm that hasn't sent me a Styx video in a year? Yeah, let's see how that pans out for you proctomancers. And it's good the mainstream media could take time for more pressing topics like describing the shape and precise curvature of the glance of our president's crank to draft a fucking flowchart to explain away their own mounting irrelevance. Can't imagine why viewers are fleeing in fucking droves from the jackboots and empty suits and would rather watch a Weisenheimer with a webcam break this bullshit down in applicable day-to-day fucking terms while conceding rather than concealing their own fucking biases. Phone up Robert Stack for that unsolved fucking fucking mystery. Your news is faker than the alien autopsy, ass munch, inexorably reliant on the perpetuation of manufactured outrage to subsist in the delusion that a duly elected representative somehow colluded with a world leader he'd never even been fucking photographed with until months after his inauguration to become president in a so-called fixed election that, I'd add, you asshats insisted could not be fixed mere weeks before the actual event. And you wonder why your message resonates like a church mouse pinching a fart in a pillow fort. People ramble on and on about taking the red pill, but the truth is, the only red pill one requires is to disengage from this fucking fiction by not consuming it for a shockingly brief duration, might I add. Because once you actually accomplish that feat, the facts before you begin to assert themselves absent internet spin of any description. You ever see one of these unfortunate fucks emerge from the media stupor, suddenly taking stock, as if for the first time in fucking life, of what actually matters and how daily life in America actually shakes out, absent any inculcation from MSNBC? It's like turning the lights on in a porn theater. You'll never see a blanker stare or a more frantic fumble for the fucking button fly. There's no YouTube conspiracy, Kekistani troll army, or web wizards casting meme magic on your hapless asses. Your spell ain't spinning like it used to because it isn't predicated in the faintest fucking fact and fails to withstand even a cursory encounter with daily fucking realities. You exchanged news scoops for 2 scoops. Concede this fact or fail to fucking survive. I'm Razor Fist. God fucking speed.
We seize the day to